Welcome everyone. There's a new episode of Spiercast. This one is a very special with Mark Plummer. Thank you for coming. We are sponsored by Subcity, so use Spiercast 10 for discount. Look at the website. How are you? It's morning for you, right?
Yeah, morning, bright and early. I quite literally got up like half an
Yeah,
hour ago for this. So,
Nice.
I can tell by the puffy face a little bit, right?
what? No,
Yeah.
that's the steroids.
Yeah. Thank you, bro, for joining. We really appreciate that you're taking your time for us. And let's do an interview. So, did you go to the casino yesterday again? Or
Yeah, we went yesterday, but today I don't know if you are like cultural in Netherlands, but today is like Chinese New Year.
oh, okay.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, everyone's going crazy today because those
Everyone's just
Chinese
gambling all their
people.
life savings away. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Anyone that owns a Chinese restaurant is going to be at the baccarat table tonight. So just gonna go find the most Asian person that I can find and do exactly what they do all night.
Yeah, you should make some big cash,
That's
man.
why. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right?
No, no, exactly. Yeah, I'm assuming they know because they're into like the whole like astrology, like dragons and like all that stuff. So I believe it to an extent. So I just need to find someone else that's got the code down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the viewers, for your information, you probably know Mark Plummer, but what you maybe don't know is he is the coach of Flores. So let's dive into that a little bit. How is it going? He is in a calorie deficit right now.
I mean, probably the worst client I have by
I
far.
know.
Worst genetics, worst work ethic.
Thanks.
He's parties nonstop. Every week, it seems like this guy's either intoxicated or on another drug. He's always sick. Uh, no, I'm
Damn.
just kidding. But
Okay.
in the grand scheme of things, it's good. There's a lot of challenges that everyone has to overcome.
Yeah.
His and you already know yours, obviously, but it's not a very
Yeah.
common one. But anytime we try to push the food, he just starts throwing up.
Mm,
Yeah.
And like I think that's what people don't realize is like I've been coaching people for 9 years now, 9 years to compete because I'm old. I'm 27 now. And I started working out when I was 15, started coaching when I was 19. Um, People don't put the emphasis on digestion that's needed.
For
Mm.
sure.
Like people think that it's like all these strong men
Yeah.
that are eating 8 to 10,000 calories a day. They're like, oh, that's so easy. All they have to do is eat 10,000 calories a day.
It's
And
it's
yeah,
not
it's not,
true. Yeah.
no, it's not all like, sure, they do eat a little bit dirtier, but they do have their body down to like a science on what they're going to feel the best on so they can go and lift those weights.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that's kind of what, yeah, that's what we had to deal with was we realized that the more calories we push at night, the more he throws up.
yeah.
yeah.
So we need to base it like 70% of calories before 3 o'clock and then coast it out through the night. Or it doesn't matter how much food we're going to pump him, we're going to go backwards in results.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
And eventually, we also started adding probiotics, and that seemed to fix my digestion pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it with digestive enzymes or only a probiotic?
Digestive enzymes, probiotic, and glutamine.
Yeah.
Glutamine
And
works good.
yeah, probiotics too are a weird one because everyone thinks that, oh, like yogurt is probiotics. And yes, it's true, or sauerkraut. But if you look at like the classes of probiotics, there's plant strain, food strain, animal strain, and human strain probiotics. And the ones that your body can absorb the best would be human strain probiotics, so you have to be kept in a refrigerator. So, like with everything that you take, like there is going to be like different levels of it as well. But it's not until you break it down, because to most people, probiotics are probiotics.
Yeah.
So they could be throwing up, have shitty digestion. And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to incorporate yogurt into my diet. But it's not enough probiotics to
Well,
actually
Yes.
settle the irritable digestion.
yeah,
I
that's
think
fair. That's fair because my digestion was fucked up because I went to like a festival and I got some kind of gut bacteria and I lost 7 kilograms in 1 week. Like the worst decision
Yeah.
I ever made. Like, but like we kind of fixed it, and we're kind of on track. So let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when bulking, a lot of people don't have their microbiome in check because they are just eating a lot of shit foods or not enough fiber or not some health promoting foods that improve the microbiome. So when they are bulking, they just add shit foods, only fast food, more, and then the digestion is just fucked. So me personally, I also experienced it, and it's always like, are you going to add more clean foods or more like dirty foods? Because you need the calories to grow, but if you just add more clean foods, eventually you end up full, and the dirty foods might not be health promoting or good for your microbiome. So I think a probiotic supplement is exactly what you need if you want to be able to bump up those calories.
Yeah, for sure. And Mark, a question for you: how's your training going right now? Because I don't know if you know, but I've been following you for years. So the first video I saw was the first that was blown up, like my experience on gear. I think the first video that went viral, right? So that's years ago. So you had your tops, and then you had your downfalls. You had multiple injuries. Where are you heading right now? Are you still doing powerlifting or more the bodybuilding?
Yeah, so I got hurt 6 years ago in powerlifting. I ranked 8th in the world at all time at 198 at 20 years old.
Crazy.
And like I was on set to like do good things, and then a herniated disc between L4 and L5 and L5 and S1.
Yeah.
Tried to come back 2 years later, got hurt again. Tried to come back 2 years later, got hurt again. So I ended up doing 2 bodybuilding shows in that time, because bodybuilding, you can do like time under tension.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like the look that time under tension gives you, because I like more of like a Branch Warren type mass grainy. And the more you do like lighter weights, I find it's just a completely different look. But it's the only thing I can do. But this is going to be the last go for the powerlifting record.
Crazy.
Yeah, are you like afraid of getting hurt right now, or are you just like no?
Every day. Because I know if I get hurt, like the last hurt I got, I couldn't walk for 6 weeks. I was in a wheelchair for 3 weeks. I had to get 3 different MRIs. They refused surgery because I'm 27. They said if we fuse it together. So I did all the rehab, and now it's to the point that I'm it's because I'm so close to that all-time Canadian record that it's worth the risk to lose everything. Because now it's a lose everything or gain everything. There's no like middle ground.
I can understand. I expect that also. So sorry to cut you, Eagle, but Mark, what do you like more, bodybuilding or the powerlifting? Because you're very strong, and the type of training you like powerlifting more, but is your heart really with bodybuilding, or don't really can make a choice, or?
Hearts with powerlifting. That's why the bodybuilding shows were always for fun. Like I started out in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Like I did CBBF nationals and came 4th in men's open bodybuilding. But then when I started powerlifting, like I never went back. I was like, oh, this is because if I didn't powerlift, like I'd be in jail for murder. I need those lifts through the week. And that was another hard part of getting hurt, is like that was therapy. Like going to the gym and squatting 700 pounds or benching 500 pounds, it really took everything out of me.
Yeah.
So those months or years I was hurt, like I was a lot more on edge.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have anything to like, sure, I put it into business, but business, as you know, Eagle, like frustrates you more than anything else.
Yeah, it's so much things which are out of your control. You cannot really predict anything.
But in bodybuilding, you can.
You just have to do something and feel like it works, and then it works or it doesn't.
Yeah. And fitness, though, is like, always in your control. Like,
yeah,
you know how much work you're going to put in. You know the meals you're going to eat. You know if you're going to cheat on your diet. Like, bodybuilding and fitness is the one thing that you have complete control over.
Yeah.
You might not have the best genetics. Sure, I'm not saying that genetics is probably the most important thing in the sport.
Sure.
But at the same time, you know what your 100% is every day. And nobody else can take that away from you. It doesn't matter if your girlfriend broke up with you. You still can eat your 6 meals if your mental state is strong enough to do so.
For sure.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to do that for years and years and years if you want to achieve your goals, right?
Yeah.
But also a question for you, Mark. I don't know if I got this right, but what did you Chris Bumstead, right?
Yeah.
Did you film his content back in the days or not?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Before so me, Ian Valier, Melissa Bumstead, like we were all neighbors. Like we're all from the same hometown.
Okay, because I wasn't sure because at some point you mentioned it somewhere, I don't know, and I wasn't sure, like, how did it come to end? So you were neighbors and it was like, hey, I film content. It's fucking Chris Bumstead. It's crazy, right? So how did it
well, to everyone else it's crazy, but to like Chris, to us is just another guy. Like we grew up, we went to school with him. Like he partied just as much as Flores did, you know, like if not more.
Crazy,
like there's times that
just this year I haven't been partying at all. Like once I've not like the business where I put all my energy in, and I don't really want to do much else, really, just business, training, whatever, you know.
Yeah. But when Chris was 19, 21, like he did CBBF Nationals and only did like a 6-week prep for it.
Crazy.
Like he is just genetically gifted, but at the same time, like YouTube was just kind of kicking off for everyone. Okay. And I knew that I wanted to be into YouTube and he was doing really well. And I'm like, listen, I'll film all your videos for free, but can you shout me out in the videos to help me grow my channel?
Nice.
And he said, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a sick deal. So for 8 months, but this was before he was pro. Like he didn't have a pro card at the time.
Crazy.
Like he was just a very successful amateur.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say also, because for you with your YouTube, I think YouTube hates you, man, or Instagram.
Yeah.
I had to fucking subscribe to you like 20 times, and I'm not even kidding. And I don't unsubscribe, but somehow YouTube does it for me. I don't know why they do it, bro.
I have a few ideas on why they do it.
They don't like the community guidelines or something like that. I don't know.
Well, yeah, like I've gotten my YouTube fully banned for 8 weeks.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I just woke up one morning, they deleted me off the platform, and I was never supposed to get that back. The only reason they gave it back is because we knew someone at YouTube that overrode the delete, like, and gave me the reason. So the reason that I got banned on YouTube was because I gave someone I gave somebody a place to buy Sarman peptides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on YouTube, you can go over, like, you can say, I'm taking this, and this is my experience, but you can't tell somebody where to go buy it.
For sure.
Okay.
That's what broke their terms and conditions and can delete you off anything. And then obviously my humor is a little on the darker or racist side.
Yeah.
Some people.
But it's just a joke, right? So.
Well, I know. People just, over the last 4 years, and I'm like, even for the bodybuilding world, everyone has gotten so soft.
Yeah, sensitive, right?
Yeah, you can't say
it's also like in the gym, if I ask someone how many sets you have left, they are like, oh, you can have it. Like they're scared or something that I just talk to them. I don't know.
Well, even goes back to like when I'm in an elevator, I'm not just going to stand there awkwardly in silence. Like I'll try to have a conversation with you, but it seems like, I don't know how it is in the Netherlands versus here. People can't have like a basic conversation anymore.
It's the same everywhere. Everyone's just listening to music on the phone. They don't even know how to communicate anymore, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's since the lockdowns and everything, since 2019 or something, everybody seems a little socially awkward. Yeah. But I am also a social person, so when I see someone, I say hi, and then they don't even reply.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah,
Like, I'll just go
it's
fuck
so weird.
myself.
Yeah, so Mark, so for me it is like it's kind of weird because I'm following the bodybuilding and fitness scene, but somehow I always follow the Canadian people. So I listen to the Fuad Abiad podcast. And also, like I've always been a fan of Tristan Lee and Devin Bernardo. You probably know them also. But how
Yeah.
are you with the people in America or Canada with the link ups? Because how I see it, you're kind of on your own, doing your own thing. Or are you also collaborating with a lot of people? Is there a reason why you are doing it or not really doing it?
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like from this is what also go into like the whole fitness culture is that people are very, very, if I don't think I can get something out of this, I won't do it. So like
Yeah.
for example, like when I went to Miami and my account got deleted, like when I got my YouTube banned, I was in Miami. I had like 4 people cancel because they said, nah, it's not worth it.
Fuck them, bro. And that's why I want
Yeah.
to thank you again because we have like literally 100 followers on Spiercast and you want to do this collab with us. And that's why we really like it, bro. But we really see it with a lot of people. Like they don't want to collab if they don't get something out of it. And for you, it was really
Yeah.
devastating. You wanted to do a collab and then your account got banned and they don't want to do it. So then it's like, yeah,
No, and that's the same, like, not to put anyone on blast, but like Isaiah Miranda in LA is the
yeah,
worst for it. Like he'll talk to you like he's your best friend. And I will say more people in LA are like this than anywhere else I've lived. But they
right.
will talk to you like you are their best friend, like you are their god. The
Yeah,
minute the collab happens, they unfollow you, never talk to you ever again.
yeah, that's
Why? Why?
It's weird, man.
Yeah, it's because
it's
they've
all
gotten what
about.
they needed from me. Like, it's think about it as like some
Hmm.
player guy that's using a girl is
Yeah,
like,
Yes.
okay, well, I got what I wanted, so see you later. Like that's how
Yeah.
these influencers act.
I
It's
think a
like they
lot of
act.
a lot of men are like that. They just always think, what can I get out of the relationship with another man in the I mean, like, can I get more money out of it or more followers? And then they do it, but if they don't get anything out of it, they just drop you.
But like,
Yeah,
I feel like if something is not genuine, you will fall through either way. Like
Mhm.
if I wouldn't actually like training people, and like eventually it will just ruin your business. But
Yeah.
if clients see you're passionate, they want you to grow your business, and your business goes better because you are like genuinely invested in your clients.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to put your
yeah,
heart in it for sure. Yeah.
yeah. But Flores, think of this for a second. Would you rather have a client that would stay with you for a week that had 500,000 followers that would post you on Instagram, or have a long-term client for the next 5 years?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't have an answer.
Exactly. So that's what LA is like. They would
Yeah.
rather have somebody with a massive following that they can get one video out of and hopefully get something in return than a smaller influencer for like a longer period of time, even though they could get more content out. Like these people just want big hits. And if you can't give them the big hit, they don't want anything to do with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's very toxic, but isn't that maybe kind of also the culture in America, like LA, a little bit something like that? But or am I wrong?
Mhm.
Same with Canada, but this is goes back to the whole gym culture thing. And like, I don't know if you've seen on Instagram, but I've posted like "Make Fitness Great Again." If you looked at the prime of YouTube, it was when like Christian Guzman, Max Tuning, Shawley, the Matt Ogus, like all of these guys collabed 24/7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like everyone was in everyone's channel every week. Like there was such a team. But like you said, now it's all one or two men show. It's like Sam Sulak is like just Sam Sulak. There's no one else. Sure, he does random collabs with like Jay Cutler and big names, but at the same time, 99% of all of his videos is just him.
But
And
Mhm.
like
same,
I see it barely that people have like work with like a teams or whatever. Like we have podcasts, we do it like together. We invite people. So I guess we kind of do it because Lars and I are very committed. And like the podcast, it does have a sponsor right now, but like it's not like our time investment is worth the same as if when we coach people or whatever. Because we try to see the bigger picture eventually,
Yeah. So
and just share a lot of insights as well, especially something like this. Like you have different insights about coaching or the world or whatever, and it's just interesting that everyone has another perspective.
yeah. So Mark,
Mm.
for your information, what we're trying to achieve with this podcast, and all the episodes before these are in Dutch. So here in the Netherlands, we are very fucking small, right? The country is small, and the fitness scene, there wasn't anything. Like we had some people,
Mm.
like maybe you know him, Marijn. He's a Dutch person, but he talked in English.
Yeah.
Everyone is English. But the last couple of years, there is kinda coming a Dutch, like a fitness community, and we want to bring the bodybuilders and people together, right? That's the Spiercast. But we
Yeah.
also want to do special episodes with you and maybe other people in the future, right? It's perfect. So that's what Spiercast is all about. But you mentioned some influencers, and I don't want to put you on the spot, Mark. But do you also know John Skywalker a little bit personally, or not really?
No, not personally. He's
Uh,
like off. He's off the radar.
yeah, bro, I
Like,
was seeing it. Like he was going crazy, bro. Like, have you have,
Right.
have you seen it, guys? He's not here mentally, man. I
Yeah.
hope he's all
But
right.
like
yeah.
I feel like a lot of the young people in the fitness industry who get famous, they lose their fucking minds. Like
Yeah.
whatever Toby, whatever. It's fucking crazy just to get like keep the image up because his
Bro, but
image is
yeah,
abusing hard drugs and whatever, and he needs to keep that up because now it makes him a lot of money or something. I don't know.
I
yeah.
don't know,
I
but
think
if you take a lot of party substances and do shit like that, maybe psychedelics or something, yeah, eventually something can go wrong. So,
Definitely.
100%. I
Like
just think it's very hard to. These guys are going from like John Skywalker has died out now, but like he was very big in like the Jeff Side Z's, like
yeah.
mhm.
arguably one of the most popular influencers.
For
I
sure.
think it's that like spectrum of you're not there anymore. Like the internet has become like quite hateful
Yeah.
in a way. It's like you, especially like I couldn't imagine like the amount of hate DMs and comments that I
It's
get
it's
being
fucking terrible
small.
because like people who like watching you, they will not leave a comment or a like because
No,
Mhm.
I mean yeah because they like it, they enjoy watching it, they just watch it, and people who hate you, they are like, oh, it's stupid content, and they
yeah,
don't want you to get the views and the likes and whatever because they don't like you.
Eventually
yeah,
all the negative things are going to add up, and if you if you're weak or at some point vulnerable, eventually you can snap.
oh,
If you
exactly,
just
Yeah,
have a
I
exactly.
bad
thought.
day and you're reading through those comments, man, you just get depressed from
Yeah, Mark,
why
I
are
saw.
people like this? Why are people
I
like
saw
this?
you
You get
posted the story last week about that doing social media whatever is kind of draining for you as well,
mm,
Yeah.
right?
And I'm a smaller influencer. So like I couldn't imagine what these bigger guys like actually go through. Like,
But
because
like
again,
how do you even put it aside? Like
you
I
just
I,
don't
have to
know.
realize that like it's not real. But think about this: my entire income, my entire sponsorships, my entire life is dependent on being relevant.
yeah.
So the minute there's like a hit of like sponsors drop you, like brand deals stop coming in, ad revenue stops coming in. So like for whatever reason, like everything like what would be your full name, Van?
Sorry?
Who's the green background?
Jamal.
come
Jamal.
on.
Oh, Jamal. Okay. It's like that thing you said, it just you get one too many and snap. And
Yeah.
like it might not even be drug related. Like a
Mm,
lot of the times it is drug related, but even like steroid related, because again, steroids just enhances anything you're already
yeah.
feeling. So like if you're on edge and then something big happens or a video goes viral for the wrong reason, that's where you just like, holy fuck, I can't handle this.
Yeah,
Mm,
because Mark, like I said earlier, I know you from the first fit for me, the viral fit. You've probably been doing content way longer, but I can imagine like 90% of the people who watched it. I was inspired, by the way, because he was one of the first people that was really honest, right? But I can
Yeah.
imagine
Mhm.
that a lot of people were like fucking bashing you like crazy.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. Even to this
yeah,
day, like
Yeah, I remember
it's
like I always liked that you kept it real and actually tell like stuff that's going on, but you will push through it. And I liked it as well that just being truthful about your struggles, but like telling you will get through it and you will actually get through it. And like to I don't know to prove people wrong, whatever. I think it's good.
Yeah.
it's good, but I definitely do regret like people are watching like the internet to either want a better life than you or to want your life.
It's fucking
So
it's
like
ridiculous. Like once you go above the standard people, above your friends, they don't want you to get better than them, so they will try to pull you down. It's so weird.
yeah,
Mhm.
but when you talk about like a lot of your struggles, people try to make it even worse so they can still feel better about themselves.
Yeah, I know it's terrible. So it doesn't work either. Like you do try to be genuine and be open about your struggles, and it's just like people put you even more down about your
Yeah,
struggles. And
It's
if you read
it's
those comments, you're like, you need to really be like set those off. I guess.
it's always
but on
like
the
that. In life, you
Yeah.
can do two things, or you can take action yourself and work yourself up, or you can try to bring others down to your level, and that's easier because you have nothing to do than just put down some negative comments.
Yeah,
And a
like,
lot of
but
people
like,
are lazy, and
yeah,
that's their
for
way
sure.
of
It's mainly lazy
doing it.
people. Like Mark, when you post a video properly, you get the same people who hate on you straight away. Like they are almost like waiting for you to drop a video so they can comment. So they are like one of your loyal uh, followers,
Mm.
but they just expressed it differently,
yeah,
I
well, that's the
guess.
thing with social media, right? Is anyone that's going to be like in the middle is going to get no views because you need the
Mhm.
people that hate you to hate you, but you need your lovers to love you. That's why I think the
Yeah,
internet is so, excuse me, so opinionated now. Everyone is coming out with these crazy ends, even in the bodybuilding world, like not even in the relationship red pill, blue pill world. But look at some of these people. They're saying anything to get views, like, oh, this was my steroid cycle. And they're like, oh, I was on 2.5 grams of test, a gram a trend, because they're trying to be here and then like other people are like, no, I competed in the pros taking 250. Like again, like you just need these massive extremes now, whether
Yeah.
you believe it or not. I will say that I think 90% of everything said on the internet is a lie.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
just to make this gap even bigger.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. People aren't being honest and they're not telling the truth.
A lot of
No.
things are just fake. All the
Everything is
girls.
just getting more views and getting more whatever. But I do see like people who manage to keep it real. They make a better business than people who are too robotic or whatever. Like if you stay the same, people who hate you will keep hating you, and people who love you will keep loving you. So
Mm,
that's always the best thing.
Eventually, you will farm good karma if you keep
yeah, I
doing right
agree.
things.
Yeah. Buy the karmic debt.
Yeah, I remember actually like 2 3 years ago, I was reading your comments, and it was like so fucking negative, so
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Well, I'm like, what did I like? What did I do? I'm like, man, all I've done is share. Like at that point, I wasn't even controversial. Like I was just sharing my life, and it was just
Yeah.
like hate, hate, hate. I'm like,
yeah.
at
So
the
yeah, yeah,
yeah, the only time it got to me, I will say, was in the last like 6 weeks of a bodybuilding show prep.
yeah. It
Yeah.
must be terrible.
So Mark,
Yeah, because you know when you diet, like your mind's already playing tricks on you. Like when
Mm.
you're like 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out, you're like, fuck, I'm not ready, or like I should be leaner at this point, and then you start freaking out. I think every competitor does it, but
Yeah,
imagine that, and then getting 100 or 200 comments being like,
it's
"Oh,
it's fucked
you're
up.
not
Like
going to be ready for the show,"
it,
or
it, it was
"You're
the
not
same. It
ready."
was
It
the same
drives you
as when I
crazy.
was when I did like the check-ins. I was like saying to you, "Oh, I think I'm doing so bad. I think whatever." Because a lot of people were like on TikTok, whatever, is saying to me like, "Oh, you're not that big, blah blah blah. You're going to do a bodybuilding show." like all that kind of stuff. And then I share like the progress pictures to you. You are like, oh, you are on a perfect graph right now. It's fine. You just need to work on this, this, and this, whatever. And then it gives me the boost again, like to go for it. Because like positivity for me, it works just as strong as negativity. Like if I manage to keep it positive, I go way harder for all my stuff because I'm like I see my vision, especially for my business. I always keep the vision. But like when a lot of people try to bring it down, like your vision will either get stronger, but temporarily you're like, oh, I'm not sure. Maybe they're right, but they're like, no, let's go for it.
Actually,
Yeah.
they see your potential before you see it yourself.
Yeah,
Because
it's hard. Yeah.
They think you're going to be a threat to them, because when you make it happen and you actually look better, they still look the same as
Yeah,
how
but
you do
like,
now.
the thing is, I do see potential in people. Like when I'm telling a person or client like you got potential, like I'm not even lying. Like I know when I see someone like the guy who films my content, whatever. He's like a pretty young guy. He's on his fucking two jobs and his school, whatever. But like he's very good at filming. He's talented, and I'd rather have him than someone who's already very professional because I see something in him which he might not be able to see it himself yet, and I will try to get him there if he keeps wanting it as well. Because I know if you keep on wanting it and you keep believing in it, there's no way you won't make it unless you stop believing in it.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people just have a wrong mindset, and they don't do anything about it. Maybe it's just they don't know they have the wrong mindset.
Just laziness.
Yeah.
But like also the
Yeah.
thing, imagine you're like a long day, you're very stressed, and you have to do something or whatever. It's like you're almost there.
Yeah,
Like I read a book like 2 years ago. Like before I started entrepreneuring, I was just reading books about entrepreneuring. Like that you shouldn't stop like digging because you might almost be there. Like you
yeah,
just need to go one meter further and then you're there. But you will never know if you just stop digging.
yeah. And Mark,
But
so
think of how, well,
yeah,
just to touch on that, but think of how many people like it makes it for the people that do have this mindset so much easier because you do need these people that will never start digging to run the world, unfortunately,
Yeah,
or our worlds would crumble.
it's always going to be hard. You always have struggles. Like you might as well just start. Like you can never be prepared enough. There is not no prepared enough. Eventually, you're like kind of prepared. You just need to do it because you will find it out along the way.
Mhm.
yeah. Because Mark, do you have some days that you literally do not do anything, like that you have a day off and maybe doubting yourself? Because sometimes I'm very busy. I do everything perfect. I'm grinding for my own business and for my bodybuilding, everything. But sometimes, like I get caught up in it. How do you do this? You're
Yeah,
always,
I'm like the like, yeah, I would love to like sit here and like lie to everyone and be like, oh, I don't care how I feel. Like, I'll just get up and do it anyways. But like, I won't. Like, to be
Yeah,
honest with you, like, if I want a day off, where I wouldn't say if I want a day off. If I need a day off,
so true.
I used to like be like, oh, that's like I'm a bitch. I can't. But I have set up my life in a way that I can do it.
That's so good because I noticed as well. Like I've been, I have enough weeks where I'm like 7 days in the fucking business, and you will get kind of fucking nuts. Like
No, you
most,
do. Yeah.
and like most people don't have the discipline, and they compare it to them, and they you take a day off, and they're like, oh, you take a day off on a fucking Wednesday, and it's like I've been walking 20 days in a row. Shut the fuck up.
yeah,
And
No, exactly.
and
And during that grind, go ahead.
yeah, and also with like clients, like you put way more effort in them than they think. Like it's with PT, it's
Mm.
PT session, but on the background you'll do a lot more for them as well because I noticed it with you as well. Like you try to make everything for me as good as possible, and even think about like my personal needs because I'm just fucking autistic with my routines sometimes. So yeah.
yeah. Bro
Well,
has
the thing, you can make like the best, you can make the best program in the world, but if the person can't do it, then it's not the
Yeah,
best
for
plan in the
sure.
world.
Like that's what I noticed with PTs. It's like I now do like 2 weeks trial to see how I could make a program for them because you cannot put you cannot put everyone on the same program. It doesn't work. It needs to be always needs to be individualized, and then they need to stick to it for a while to see how the results are.
Yeah, but they also need to do some exercises they actually like, because otherwise they aren't going to enjoy it.
Sure. Like, I think that the reason, like, my back is obviously my best body part, but I have always fucking loved training back. Like, from when I was 15, I always did a lot of fucking heavy, light, whatever. I always loved training it, and that's why I think my back is like my best body part.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Oh, of course, 100%. But I will say, like, at the different stages of levels, like Flores, for example, you not taking a day off right now, like you can, but it would be detrimental to your success.
I know.
You know what I
It's
mean?
so
Like,
like
as
I used to take 2 days off, like a few months or like 2, 3 months. I worked 5 days in the business, and it's not you will not get out of it what you want if you work 6 days at it or like 5 days. You need to have at least 6, sometimes 7, and like people in your personal life, they need to be able to accept it, because otherwise it will also give you more stress, because all the people, they want to see you or whatever. And if they can't handle like you wanting to get extremely successful and like not being able to see them sometimes, like it's
yeah.
hard. You have probably the same thing. Like, you have now your
Well, it
girlfriend,
is,
or
yeah, but I think it's overinflated again. Like, the internet has put this thing on people's brains that it's extreme. Oh, you can't take a day off. You need to work 20 hours a day, sleep 4 hours. Like, look at Elon Musk. He runs a $1 trillion company, and the dude's posting on Twitter like 7 times a day. Like, Jeff Bezos is running Amazon, and he's like on his yacht. Like, the same thing goes for any successful.
I think the biggest reason why they can do it that way is because they like find joy in what they do, and then they just share stuff. I think they just make a lot of money by doing what they like. I think it's just
But
like,
even at a smaller level,
But I
and
think
I've told Flores this as well. I'm like, man, like, yes, working a lot is great and beneficial, but I don't think this whole like 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, like, get rid of every relationship, every friend, neglect everyone in your life is going to be beneficial in like a long-term
but like
business
me,
plan.
I haven't found about the best way to combine them both yet. So I will focus on one, and I invested in like a fucking mastermind course for PT, where you learn to structure your business, and like you know what is coming in a few months, and I need to anticipate on it, so you can actually take some rest when you can, because you know exactly what's going to happen with your business in like 4 months. I already know in May, June what my revenue is going to be, and I can anticipate on that. Because before I didn't do that. I was like, yeah, whatever, fuck it. I'll just walk as much as possible to make it go as fast as possible. But without structure, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, but I think, of course, you need to make some sacrifices. If you want to achieve something, you need to be a little bit obsessed about it. But you also need to enjoy the journey towards it, because when you get it, finally achieve what you want, what's going next? You want more of it, more and more and more, always more. You're never going to be satisfied. So when you get that physique, what's next? You want more, of course. When you get the amount of money, you want more. So you need to enjoy life also.
Yeah.
And two, like, not having, because I've been on both sides. I've had friends and relationships to share my success with. And I've also been in places where I've had none, because I've treated everyone like shit. I'm like, stay the fuck out of my way. I'm doing what I need to do. And I would much rather take slightly less success, but on the success I have someone to share it with, than achieve everything I ever wanted and be completely alone.
But like, I think you shouldn't feel guilty about it, and just do what you think in the moment what is best. And if it's not the best, like, eventually something will tell you like, it's good that you made the choice, and now you see what happened, and now you may need to reevaluate. It's also
there's no accidents.
Yeah, I feel like with goals mostly, it's like, what is your goal? what's it precisely? How are you going to do it? And what are you willing to give up to achieve that goal?
And for sure,
Yeah.
I've got another question for you, Mark. So we talked about earlier about your powerlifting goals, right? So do you have certain numbers in your mind because you want to break the record? But what do you have?
Yeah, so the all-time Canadian record, because obviously I'm shorter, like I'm 5'6", 5'7". So I only weigh like 100. Oh, you guys are in kilo. Well, 100 and okay. Well, it's 220 pounds that I weigh right now.
It's one
I don't know
about
what that would.
100 kg, about something like that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, yeah. It's 2.2. So 2,000 pound total at 210 pounds is the all-time Canadian record. Like I will be the strongest person that's ever competed in Canadian powerlifting of all time.
You have to get it, man. You have to make it true, bro. You have to.
But like, imagine if you like go for the competition, and you have competition day, and like you are like on the deadlift, like last exercise, and like you almost snap your shit up, and you notice it. Like, would you just complete the lift and accept that you will injure it for like the next month, or would you just drop the weight? Like,
if I would get the record, I would just push it. Like I would take some pain meds.
I respect
because, like I said, if I got the record, like if I get the record here, I'm most likely done.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'll do another one. Like I just want to go out on top. Like I'm going out as the best powerlifter in Canada of all time.
I think that's nice. Like the risk. You're like, okay, fuck it. I know what's going to happen. I'll just accept my fate. But like. Yeah, it's either like you'll gain everything or you lose everything, whatever, right?
So it's a 2000 lbs, right? So around 900 kgs. But what are the deadlift, the squat, and bench? Do we have a certain, or is it kind of like we will see how?
It'll be dependent. Like right now, for this week, for example, I'm doing a 660 squat for 2 in sleeves, so no wraps. Mm-hmm. So like raw squat 660 for 2. Bench 450 for 3, and deadlift 760 for like 3 to 4. And we're just going to keep scaling up. So in a perfect world, because this prep, we're not going, because every prep I've done, I've always pushed the weights and got injured before the competition. So this prep, we're keeping the light weights lower for higher reps. And then we're just going to do the 1 rep maxes the day of the competition.
That seems kind of risky, but
it seems risky, but it's not worth it for me to get hurt before the competition.
You might as well get hurt in the competition.
Exactly. So I'll probably squat like 705 to 730.
Right.
My best ever is 815, but it was with wraps, not sleeves. So I think 705 is like base. Bench, I'll bench over 500 for sure, because I can bench 500 for 2 or 3 reps. So in a competition, probably just 500 or 530. And then I want to do my 800-pound deadlift.
That's great.
I've done 775 at 198 was my best ever.
Crazy.
So I think at 210, I could do 800.
Okay. So for you aren't doing this alone. You also have a coach for this who helps you with your powerlifting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Laurens,
I hired
just a little thing as well. In Dutch, we use kilograms. So the weight he says, you can divide it by like 2.2, and that's the weight in kilograms.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like
we also have pounds. Hey, Mark, we also have pounds in my gym. I always lift pounds because in my.
I know, but a lot of viewers might not know that.
Sorry?
I know kg is so hard to figure out.
A lot of viewers may not know that.
Yeah. Well, no, even when you post on Instagram, when you post like the red calibrated plates, nobody knows how much you're lifting. Like you could say anything and someone would just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's so really different, the pounds and the kgs, because I have to pounds, and people know I'm Dutch, right? So they think I lift double, but it's in pounds, guys. Not wrong at all. I can maybe chest press 50 kgs, nothing crazy. But Mark, could you tell us, like, if you have a powerlifting day meet, right? Could you tell us how do you prepare yourself? How do you with your food? Do you carb load, anything like a bodybuilding show, or not really? I don't really.
Yeah, it's a lot, like, because I still have to make weight. So like a lot of people don't cut weight for these things and just go in to have fun. But because I need to make 210, I'll do a 24-hour fast of food. I'll do like a 12-hour fast of water, like very similar to like an MMA fighter, just to lose 5, 10 pounds, sit in a sauna, like that type of thing. Then you have 24 hours to rehydrate. And I'll just eat. So the way that I even plan right now is Monday squat day. So I eat more Sunday night, Monday morning. Then I diet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I eat whatever I want Thursday night, Friday morning to get ready for deadlifts on Friday.
Okay.
Because
so like bench, I don't care. So I'll just eat the same way the day of the competition as I do before a big deadlift day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So very structured. Yeah.
So what?
So
what do you usually eat before the training?
To be honest, like it's like shit food. It's like Taco Bell or like a bit like KFC, like a big burger, like something that tastes good. Like I don't like, yeah. I don't
Mark,
care really.
When you're coming here someday, maybe someday, if you come here to the Netherlands and taste our how do you call it, cuisine, or like, you know, Dutch food, you will fucking gross, man. It's like, I'm gonna go show you guys if you wait real quick. I don't know if you know any of these foods. Let me share the screen with you guys.
broodje.
Gewoon stamppot.
You're gonna show a Flores'
Dutch
Rizo bowl or whatever.
So this is
Flores. What's that cereal you eat?
Choco Pops.
No, the other one. They're RIGJ.
So
it's your post-workout meal.
Oh, rijstebloem.
Rijstebloem.
Rijstebloem, yeah.
Cream of rice.
Post-workout Choco Pops, yeah.
But Mark, do you also do a gut cut or not really? Because that's also a tactic powerlifters use, right?
For what, sorry?
A gut cut. That's. Do you know what it is?
No, I've never heard
Okay,
of it.
so let me explain, and I don't know if I got this correct because I'm not a powerlifter, but some people that I know that do powerlifting, they also have to make weight, right? So instead of that they are going to fast, they do a gut cut. So what they're going to do is eat a lot of fats, no carbs or protein, just high calorie snacks, and that way they lose weight.
They lose the weight in their gut. So they don't eat the vegetables, but they only eat like ice cream and nuts. Or
Yeah, ice cream
like
and nuts and
I
prep food and do a gut cut and then make weight, but they also have the calories in, and then when they can eat again, they eat carbs and all that shit. So they're not that depleted. But bro, I don't know anything about powerlifting, you know. I just, you know, like I know here.
Well, the only science behind that, from what I would guess, is that every gram of carb holds like 4 milliliters of water. So if you stopped eating carbs and just started eating tons of fat, you could just eat as much calories as you want and not hold the extra water retention from it.
Mm-hmm.
Your body would just drain all the extra water. But that's the issue, is because I'm cutting like 15 pounds. I feel like that would only give you like a cup. Like if you're 2 or 3 pounds overweight, I think that would do the trick, but not to cut like anything more than 10 pounds.
For sure. Yeah. So maybe like, a couple of pounds would be achievable with a gut cut, nothing more.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
And a gut cut would also be good if there's like a 2-hour weigh-in. Like if you compete naturally, they only allow a 2-hour weigh-in. But because of these untested shows, they're 24-hour weigh-ins.
So here in the Netherlands, there isn't really unnatural powerlifting meets. It's always natural, I think. So that's, you know. So
in these untested competitions, what are they using for orals pre-competition? Is it just like Anadrol or Superdrol or Halo tests?
Yeah, a lot of Halo, like Anadrol, Halo, check drops.
Check drops. What are those?
That's for dogs, bro. That's for dogs, right? So, okay.
It's hard to find now, though. You I can't even find legitimate check drops. It's become
imagine
so
the blood pressure you get from that.
Yeah,
just red headlamp.
Could you explain this to us a little bit, because I've heard check drops from TikTok, right? I saw like the iceberg crazy check drops, so I was searching it, and it was like kind of for dogs or something. Can you explain what it is really or not?
Yeah, I mean, even for me, it's hard, but it's like an instant, like adrenaline. Like, you know, when a mom lifts a car off a child and they have that instant, it's more of like an adrenal kicker.
Yeah.
Like, it's not much like steroid related. It's more like
Sounds
you
fun.
just have like an instant adrenaline hit and you can just do something that you shouldn't be able to do on it.
Yeah, but it's pretty dangerous, right?
Superpowers.
Superpowers.
Pardon? Yeah,
It-
superpowers.
and it is crazy dangerous or not really?
Yeah. It's like as dangerous as Halo would be.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it's just toxic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you take it in short periods, like if you're only doing it twice a year,
Mm.
it would be the same as like, I don't know, for a poor example, like doing Molly at a rave once a year. The chances that you're going to have any long-term damage from that is probably zero. It could happen, but probably not.
So could you give us an estimate? So imagine if you can lift 500 pounds, whatever, right? And you take the check drops, will it increase with 5% or 10, or is it also genetics?
Like that, I really think that comes down to like mental state.
Okay.
Like, because some people are a lot better. Like when I power lift, like I think of like fucked up shit. Like I go to like a very like dark place when I lift to try to like trigger that. Because if you've seen me lift, like I'm not a calm lifter. Like I'm like losing my mind
Yeah.
because I feel like it gives me that like extra pump. So when I took check drops, like I just went to a different planet. But someone that doesn't necessarily have that like rage or like fire inside, like they would get less than somebody that, because think of when a lady lifts a car off a child, like she's freaking out.
Yeah.
Like you need to be able to just turn that on as well with the drug.
Well,
I think the human body is capable of only handling so much weight if we just can put your mind to it. Just activate all those neurotransmitters and signaling.
Exactly.
Stuff.
Man, you only use like 10% of your brain.
Yeah.
Like imagine you could use like 12, 15, 20%. Like people would be squatting like 1,500. Well, their bodies wouldn't allow it, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's freaky on what actually can be achieved. And we see that with evolution now. Like look at the next kids coming up. Like I'm watching these 18-year-old kids like squatting 700 pounds looking like Greek gods. Like if we keep evolving in this way, like people will be totaling like 3,000 pounds.
Yeah. But like I used to always love deadlift and max out on deadlifts a lot. My highest was 270, though I never really trained on like a powerlifting way. What I just did is I do bodybuilding for a period, and then after that I just max out my deadlift like every week for like
270 kgs?
How? Yeah, 270 kgs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like
no, he's lying. It's 270 pounds.
Yeah, it's 270 pounds, bro.
Kgs, but like before the rep, I would always like I could get myself so fired up, then you will be like, and then you will get it. Like I don't know what. It's so weird. Or just give yourself a slap on the face, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Get someone else to slap you in the face.
But like you will get even more mad. But I think it's very hard if someone else slaps you to like not slap them back and go for the bar instead.
Yeah, well, we know that with you. Your anger is a little out
of control. Yeah, for sure.
I also have another question that's social media related. I've been doing social media now for a few years, and Eagle is doing it and Laurens is doing it. But I struggle with coming up with video ideas because I'm ambitious. I have the time. I can make videos. But when I'm done with some paper and I'm trying to come up with nice ideas to make videos about, I just get a mental like, how do you say it? I just don't know what kind of videos I need to make that will get me more views or are going to work just fine, because now I'm doing just random stuff and sometimes I get good views and sometimes I don't, and then I've actually put in a lot of time for a video that just doesn't give me the views. How do you
Yeah.
do it? How do you?
Well, I mean, that's the shit part of the whole thing is there's a lot of times that you put in like you think that this video's it, and it does like the worst out of all of them.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to get over when you put hours and hundreds of dollars into a video and then it doesn't go anywhere. But then the video that you posted 10 seconds in your bedroom gets 1 million views. Like,
I know. I made like
Yeah.
I'm like way smaller than you guys on social media, but like I made a video of me just sitting on a calf race and just putting some sounds under it, and got like 2,000 views. Like it took me 20 seconds to make.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing with that is I like every video on my page is a slight remake of someone else's video that already did well. Yeah. Like I will sit on like, cause I do an hour and a half of cardio every day cause I don't have a job anymore. So like I used to like walk around a lot, but now that I don't do that, I just like to get the extra cardio in. But I will watch reels and TikToks for like that entire hour and a half and save at least like 10 or 20. I'm like, man, like I could have done this better. Or if he added this in,
I know
it would be a better video.
A lot of stuff as well, but I never really do anything with it though.
That's actually
a
good idea.
Mark, the ones I think are the funniest always back in the days with your mom, right? Oh, I don't know if it's your real mom. Was it your real mom, by the way?
Yeah, it's my real family.
Those are fucking funny, man. Like the roid rage, bro.
I started watching those trend rages videos. The trend joke videos.
But that also goes like the same for what you were saying for your social medias. You have some videos that do well and some videos that don't. You need to have like several videos ready to back up a video that does well. So like when I was doing those roid rage skits and I started to see the traction, I was like 6 videos ahead of schedule of like slight remakes.
That's fair, yeah.
Like the video when like my parents came into my house and I was like, okay, have a good day. And I closed the door and I fucking lost it on them and raged.
Yeah, like
the minute that got like 4 or 5 million views, I was like, shit, I need to do something similar to this.
Yeah.
Bro,
and then I did a whole like 6-7 videos of that. And then when they started to die out with views, I switched to a different thing. So like if you're posting, like say you posted a diet video that did really well, instead of switching your next 4 videos, follow it up with 4 different diet videos that kind of play off of that first one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, because what I wanted to add is earlier in this podcast, you called yourself a smaller influencer based on your followers, maybe. But in my opinion, this is not true because everyone knows you around, man, here in the Netherlands. And you might have, for example, less followers than Isaiah Miranda, whatever. But I think people know you. You know what I mean? So you're not smaller.
Yeah. It is hard. For men, for whatever reason, it's a lot harder to get followers because like almost every third video, at least I'll get 1 million views on.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they just but a girl posts a video.
I know.
And they get 40,000 views. They get 30,000 followers.
It's because all those simps on the internet.
It's the same as like you use a lot of you put a lot of girls on your videos. That's why they get more views.
Yep.
People on Instagram is mainly sex appeal. So you have a good body, or it's a woman with a good body. It will get all the likes and all the views. And
when I have a festival video with girls, always gets more views than if I make a video with the boys. But it's just that everybody wants to see these females. Yeah. That's just how.
Well, they also say too that on Instagram, on average, someone swipes 3.6 seconds into the vid. So if you haven't given them a reason to stay in 3 seconds, they're not going to stay.
Yeah, my most recent video I did with a woman from my gym, and it got like 1,000 views within a few hours. Like right now, it's like 3.5K views, and the average watch time was 16 seconds. So we will be making more content, but like, she has a very good physique. Like,
of course.
But like, then I'm like, what keeps people their attention? Like the actual video, the woman, or both? Like,
so I want to say something, right? And
just have to make some clickbait videos with just female.
But this is also a question for Mark. So Mark is obviously a very busy person with his business, right? And he's just coaching on the side. So you're not a full-time coach.
No, I used to take 20, like I used to take 20, 25 clients, but it became too much on me. Like I felt like I was dealing with too many of their problems than my own problems, but I still love coaching. So
Yeah.
that's why I can be like a little more specific now. Like I take 10 people, but those 10 people I really enjoy talking to. Like I'm not like, oh fuck, this person's calling me, or oh, this person's texting me again.
Unless it's
Like
me,
I actually
right?
want, well, yeah, except for
Yeah,
him.
so
But
what I'm
I'm just annoying. Like,
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, guys, is like so for Flores, for Eagle, it's like if you go make content that will get maybe 50,000, 100,000 views, but it doesn't give you new clients, then it's for you kind of rubbish. But for Mark, if he gets 1 million views every video, it stacks up because he earns his money with commission and codes and just his own business, right? Am I telling this the right way?
yeah, it's hard because you can't get paid. Like the only platform that pays you in Canada is YouTube.
yeah.
So TikTok and Instagram, we don't get paid here. Like if I was getting paid from TikTok or Instagram, like I would be making well into the millions every year
Like,
from what the analytics I've
You can
seen.
do Snapchat, right? Or no?
For what?
You can do
Snapchat?
Snapchat, I think, or no?
What's that?
I think
Snapchat.
Snapchat pays you to like.
Oh, Snapchat. Yeah, yeah. The views, but Snapchat, I can't break the code. I don't. Every viral video that I post on TikTok and Instagram gets like 30 views on Snapchat. I'm not doing something right.
That's crazy. Yeah, like you could get way bigger on Snapchat. Togi does a lot of fucking Snapchat.
And
Yeah.
Mark,
Like he just posts his entire day, like everything, just
so
random shit, dumb shit, whatever.
another
It's
cheat code.
just Instagram, but like timestamp.
So another cheat code is Jamel and Eagle started the OnlyFans together. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
Yeah.
is TikTok
I mean,
banned in Canada?
if you're down, like you could start a business.
we could work something out.
Yeah, is TikTok banned or not in Canada? Because in US it's banned, right?
No, they put it back. Trump put everything back.
Go Trump.
Yeah.
I remember they banned I think they banned TikTok, and a lot of people started speaking the truth about themselves, right?
What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then they were like, "Oh, TikTok is back," and they were all fucked. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did too, but mine was more of a joke. I have a question: Are steroids legal in the Netherlands?
Legal to use, not legal to
you are
sell.
you are not allowed to buy them or sell them, but you can legally have them.
Okay, so it's the same in Canada. Yeah, I was just wondering.
Yeah, so weed is kind of like the same, I think. You can just smoke here, weed, but
Yeah.
you can't really sell it. But we have coffee shops. I don't know how that in Canada. Do we also have coffee
Same
shops?
thing. We have like weed shops, but you can't like sell it by yourself.
Yeah. So all right, so
Yeah.
it's kind of the same. And how's the weather there? Like it's in my mind, it's maybe stupid, bro, but in my mind, I always picture a white Canada, like snow, white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, or
Well, man, you probably can't even see it because it's too bright, but it's
Perfect.
just it's a blizzard out there right now.
Yeah.
It's negative. If you're in Celsius, it's negative 27 and snowing.
Holy shit! It's perfect cold.
What? That
Yeah, it's freezing.
Okay, so how the fuck do you do it? So when you step outside, you get frozen face.
Basically, you have hats, gloves, mitts. You go outside, start the car like 10 minutes early, and
Yeah, bro. And how is it with summer? If it's 20 degrees Celsius, maybe, or 30 even in summer, or not really?
yeah, like 25 to 30.
That's crazy because here in Netherlands we always start complaining when it gets close to freezing time.
Yeah, bro. It's freezing here. We are like, ah, fuck, man.
Yeah.
But Mark, I think we're ending the podcast.
Cool.
I have some things to do, and I wanted to thank you again because we really, really appreciate it for you jumping on.
Oh, thank you for speaking English.
Yeah, bro. We try our best. You can hear the accent, bro. It's like fucking funny.
Yeah.
Well,
you're good. Flores, man, I really gotta listen to this guy speak sometimes.
But he's also in Dutch, bro. He talks very fast, you know?
Okay, well, you know English. He's like, "My name is Flores." I'm like, "What are you saying?"
Yeah.
It's like
Slow down, bro. Slow down.
Slow down, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
like I always have that even in Dutch. But like a lot of my clients are also English, so I'm used to talk English, and I just do it very fast. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Hey,
appreciate for you guys having me on, and if it does well, I'm always happy to come back. I'll stir up some more shit on the internet.
I mean,
So
I would say that next time we could just do a live stream, whatever.
yeah, I'm down.
I'm also down. So maybe after prep something, we will see. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
after I win.
Yeah, let's hope that if Eagle gets #1. So thanks for watching,
Probably
everyone.
not.
We will see. We will see. Bye, everyone. Until next time.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, bro.